This working? Uh, so yeah, I tried to do a live stream on my phone, and they made a new update, and basically it said that mobile users cannot do live stream anymore until you get to 1,000 subscribers. So darn. Welcome, hello, Landon, Cowboys, Kentucky fan, and also Chase Elliott fan. I know. I yeah, I know. I can't control it. I guess they're trying to. I don't know what they're trying to accomplish. I'm trying to tweet out stuff here to say that the live stream has indeed started. Once, so any questions that you have, go for it while I'm tweeting right now. All right, so share. You're a Warriors fan? Well, I'm a big Kevin Durant fan, so hold on. It's live now. I gotta get the picture. Then I gotta get the thumbnail. It's been a complicated few minutes here, but we're surviving. Well, poop. All right, we're done messing with that. Hold on a second. Kevin Durant fan, so I got this. But yeah, Kevin Durant. I think he'll go to New York. Personally, I think him and Kyrie will team up in New York. Yeah, but that'd be an interesting duo, interesting team. New York definitely in the rebuilding process, but I could definitely see them going there. They got the money and they need the talent, so if they both go there and then they end up drafting Williamson from Duke, Zion Williamson, that would be a interesting combination, assuming that Zion is not a bust. I keep on looking to my left because that's where I'm used to the camera, but it's up here. But yeah, I think that they'll go to the New York Knicks, but I definitely don't see Durant staying in Golden State. So I see him leaving most likely to the Knicks. Yeah. Curry, he's a good player. He's pretty solid. Yeah, he's really good. Yeah, I know. Very good. Yeah. Yeehaw. Come on, load. There we go. Yeah, that was a pretty good year for them, obviously. I mean, the way that they won the finals pretty convincingly. They won in 5 or 6 games. So they've done pretty good. And then the next year they blew that 3-1 lead. That was pretty hilarious. But yeah, they've definitely built a dynasty recently, obviously with Curry, Clay, and Draymond, and then the additions of Kevin Durant and Draymond Green. We also can't forget Andre Iguodala. He's been a big part of that team. One of the best defenders, but one of the best bench players in the league. And he got Finals MVP that first year that won the championship. He's an underrated player on that team. So, yeah. Oh, yeah. 2016 Western Conference Finals. I'm a fan of Oklahoma City, so I was pissed. I know how you feel. Trust me, I felt that way first. So it was not fun. So believe me when I tell you that. Can I get copyrighted for drinking Mountain Dew on a live stream? I hope not. That would be terrible. The Lakers, they were like, what? The 4 seed? And then they ended up like LeBron got hurt, and then they just sucked after that. They just started losing games. They dropped out of the playoffs, and they were a couple games out. Then they were 5 games out. Then they were eliminated from the playoffs. So if they had LeBron, everyone was saying they would have made the playoffs. I mean, I think so, but I don't think they would have kept the 4 seed because even with LeBron, they were still struggling a little bit. Obviously, his injury was lingering over. It was a worse injury than we thought, and he was fighting through it. But obviously, just tough stuff. So Lakers will come back next year. They'll at least they get a better draft pick. But obviously, sucks for them. They've sucked the last few years, and now they get a chance to get a superstar, and they just kind of blew it. Okay. Picks for tomorrow's race. My race preview, I picked Blaney because last year, if you don't remember, but he wrecked like 100 laps in, and it was like 120 laps in, but he had led over 100 laps, and he basically had the fastest car, and then there was a lapped car that wrecked, and it wrecked Blaney as well. So that ended up ruining his day. So Blaney's day got ruined, and this week he's been very fast. Obviously, he has the new track record. He had the fastest time in first practice and then both the rounds of qualifying, and he's starting third. So it reminds me of a situation from last year when Chase Elliott had the fastest car in both rounds of qualifying in the first practice, and then he had to slip up in the last round of qualifying, and it cost him the pole. He ended up getting third, and they ended up winning the race at Watkins Glen. So my pick is Ryan Blaney. The 9 for sure. I could see him doing some damage starting on pole, obviously having some momentum from the past couple weeks. And Hendrick Motorsports has had some short track success in the past. Like the Martinsville race, obviously we saw Elliott. He might have had the best car all week. Who else? I'm blanking. Johnson last year finished third in this race. Last year at Richmond, Elliott got second. Johnson got sixth. In the night race, Elliott led over 100 laps, finished third. So their recent short track successes have been continuing. Last fall, Richmond, Elliott finishes fourth. So, yeah. Elliott, Johnson, Hendrick Motorsports, even though in their little down struggles, they have still been doing good at short tracks. I'm blanking at words. It's kind of dumb. See Jimmy doing anything? Yes, I could. He's starting in the top 10. I expect him to stay in the top 10, maybe get into the top 5. But, yeah, I definitely see him staying up in the top 10 for sure, considering how he ran in this race last year and how he's run last week with the speed and then this week at just short track, as I said, over the past couple minutes. But, yeah, cone ahead. Yes, cone ahead literally says caution ahead. Yeah. I thought about busting out some funny stuff for this video, so I got another hat over here that you'll see later. There's not much really. I really set up the background for today. You got all the hats back here. Got a jersey over here. But, yeah, I really set up for this race. The thumbnail you saw. Got a wig in the Xfinity race. Let me look that up real quick. I haven't really paid attention to the Xfinity series this weekend. I think I saw somewhere, is it true that there's no Cup drivers in the Xfinity race this week? And yes, Timmy. Is it true that there are no Cup drivers driving the Xfinity race this weekend? Oh, the leaderboard. Here we go. Well, it hasn't started yet. I don't see any Cup driver. Ross Chastain starting 12th. Timmy Hill starting 20th. Wow. Let's go. Timmy Hill. Attaboy. Let's see. Cole Custer's on pole. Interesting. I think I'm going to have to go with Justin Allgaier. Yeah. How many wins did he have last year? Like 6 or 7. He had a lot of wins last year, and then he didn't make it to the championship race. So I feel bad for him, and I think he's going to rebound. I think he's going to get himself a Bristol win. But yeah, Justin Allgaier for the win. I could get the Xfinity race up here on my NASCAR because the NASCAR app, live streams the race. So I'm gonna get the battle cam going up here. I'll watch it right here. Just gonna set it up right there. And there's an ad. But yeah, Chase Elliott is better. Is he though? Is he really better than Timmy Hill? I mean, Timmy Hill's pretty good. Timmy Hill should be the first ever 8-time champion. 20 winning, yeah. Christopher Bell, he's a very talented driver. I mean, once again, that's another guy last year who had multiple wins, like 5 or 6 wins. Very talented. He was rumored to go to the Cup Series, but he did not, obviously. But he'll move up soon. He's very talented, can win races. He won in the trucks. He can win in Xfinity. I would not be surprised if he won. He's a very talented driver wherever they go. Annette, I like Michael Annette. Yeah, I agree with that. Where's Annette starting? I got the live stream up, but like I don't know where the leaderboard is. Oh, there's a leaderboard under the live stream. Annette's starting 9th. So yeah, he's starting in the top 10 if he can stay up there and maybe get up to maybe the top 5 and then maybe get some strategy. Kamikaze Games is live. You know, honestly, I've never watched any of Kamikaze Games videos. So please don't yell at me or sue me. Yep, he is live. Live reactions to the Xfinity race. But yeah. Shark Puppet was live 20 minutes ago, according to my videos under my subscriptions. But yeah. So the Xfinity Series race I got right here. Yeehaw. Keep asking questions. You guys are asking good questions so far. We're going to switch hats again. So, we got Ross Chastain going up. Does Ross Chastain still drive a Flex Seal car? Do they still have Flex Seal as a sponsor? Please say yes. I went on Phil Swift's Twitter the other day and just went through it. It's hilarious stuff. I just love Phil Swift and Flex Seal. That's just a living meme. It's awesome. Why is Timmy Hill so good? It's unexplainable. He's just that good. It's awful that the Cup race will be on FS1 instead of Fox. I've never known how they picked that out. What's on Fox at the same time as the Cup race tomorrow? Because if it depends on what it is, like sometimes it'll be like a MLB game or something else, but it depends on what else is on. Like if there's something not on, they'll put it on Fox, but if there's something bigger on, they usually put it on FS1. Today's Final Four. Oh, yeah. No, are there Final Four games tomorrow? Both of them are today, right? And then championships Monday? I think that's it, but I don't know why the Cup race would be on FS1. I'll look it up. Fox, see what's on Fox at whenever the race starts tomorrow. Also, someone said, yeah, Kentucky lost to Auburn, of all teams. So who do you guys have winning in the Final Four games? Texas Tech versus Michigan State and then Auburn versus Virginia. I think Virginia could, redeem themselves from last year after losing to a 16 seed for the first time in tournament history. That'd be a big rebound to come back and win the tournament. And the Xfinity Series race is live, or green. Looks like Custer jumped out to the lead there. And they're showing a battle between Cindric, Allgaier, and Briscoe got a little bit loose there. There's 3 wide. I love Bristol. I just love Bristol, man. I mean, 3 wide of the racing, you can go to the high side, the low side. It's great. I mean, seriously, how can you not love Bristol? It's so fun. Auburn and Michigan State. I think I could see any of those 4 teams winning, honestly. I mean, they're very talented teams. Auburn, the run they're on, it's been incredible. Texas Tech has a great defensive team. Then you got Michigan State, who beat Duke, obviously, which is a big deal because of how hyped up Duke was. I kind of figured out that Michigan State was going to beat them after the way Duke had played the previous 2 rounds. But, Michigan State's obviously a very talented team with a very experienced head coach. And then obviously Texas Tech has the coach of the year, Chris Beard. On the other side, Auburn missing one of their best players, but still running strong. They still won the game against Kentucky. Yeah. Duke losing, I think, made everyone happy. I was tired of hearing them in the news and stuff, everyone overhyping them. Then they got beat, but they're still being talked about like 5 days later. Whatever. But yeah. Fox will probably show My Pillow infomercials instead of the NASCAR race. How My Pillow, what a thing, man. I mean, I'm gonna. If they actually play infomercials over the race, I'm gonna call Fox itself. Gonna sue them for stupidity if that's legal. It's probably not, but I can't control that. We got a good battle here between Justin Allgaier in the 2-car of Tyler Reddick. I guess it's a really good battle. Yeah. Timmy Hill's in 16th. It's because Timmy Hill's the GOAT. He'd be leading if he is actually trying right now, but he's not actually trying. So, yeah. Cindric. This is a really good race. I like this. I love Bristol. I like the Supras. What do you guys think of the Supras? They look nice. Do you think the Cup will move to Supra? I know. Like, Kurt Busch is starting 27th. Kyle Busch is starting 17th. Kyle Larson starting 16th. I mean, there's some good cars starting in the back of the pack, or mid-ish, back-ish pack. So I think it'll be really fun to watch Kurt and Kyle come up. I mean, Kyle's starting 17th, but Kurt's starting 27th. So I'm interested to see how quick it takes to get Kurt into the top 15. Yeah, Harvick's 13th, Bowman's 14th. I know that. What are some other notable names that have been pretty historically good at Bristol? Where's my starting lineup? All right, I got the Xfinity Series on my phone. I got to go to the iPad. Let's see here. Up to 18, just past the 22. Yeah, I hope Elliott does good too. I think he has a really good shot at the win. If he can just stay up front. If he can win a stage, that'd be big. Obviously, the playoff point. But just to get some momentum in that team. And then I think if he could get, just stay up in the top 5 all day, and if it comes down to a late strategy call, I think Gustafson could make the right call there. He did it at Dover last year. So I think if it comes down to a late race caution, I think that could be an advantage to the 9, which would be huge. Jimmy Johnson, I'd say he's got a Cup crew chief rookie with, what's his name? Kevin Meandering. But yeah, should be interesting stuff. See Jimmy go after it. What's up, Brad? How you doing? Get Pop over here. Just gonna pop on a Jeff Gordon hat real quick. Yimmy Johnson. Not Jimmy, but Yimmy. All right. I seriously do expect him to run well tomorrow, considering how he's run historically at Bristol the last couple of years. Won this race 2 years ago, and then last year ran top 5, top 10, and then finished 3rd. So I expect Jimmy Johnson in the 48 to do good. Who is your rookie of the year? Luka Doncic. I don't even know why it's a debate. I'm not even a Mavericks fan, and I don't know why it's a debate. I don't get me wrong. I respect Trae Young. He's doing better than I thought he would do. He's having a great season, but Doncic, whatever, however you pronounce it, he's been having a great rookie year as well. Triple doubles, scoring. He's played 8 less games than Young, and he's still beating him in scoring and stuff. So I think he's definitely the rookie of the year. I don't think it's a debate. I think that's just the media trying to get something out of whatever. I think that's the media just trying to make a story out of it, but I think it's Doncic by a long shot. Solid question. What in the world? How many laps into this race is it? 23 laps, and they're already going through lap traffic like it's nothing. Jeez Louise. What were we looking up? I don't even remember what I was. Oh, yeah, starting lineup for the race. Results of the qualifying. William Byron starting second for the second consecutive week. He finished 6th last year. Where do you think he will finish? Who's my MVP? Giannis. Look what he's done with that team. They have the best record in the league. He's been going off yet again. I think the Bucks could make a title run, if they make it to the championship. I could see them, maybe beating the Warriors, maybe giving them a scare, because the Warriors, they've had their moments where they kill Denver, but then they lose to Dallas by 30 at home. So they're having their moments, and they've had some tension within the team. So if Golden State slips up, I think it could be the Bucks here. I mean, it's not just Giannis. They have another All-Star in Chris Middleton. If they can get their team healthy, that'd be great, because you got Mirotic hurt and Brogdon hurt. Brogdon, former Rookie of the Year, and then Mirotic, he can score buckets. So yeah, I think the Bucks are an underrated team when it comes to like finals and stuff. So yeah, but Giannis is definitely MVP candidate. Thoughts on the Thunder? Oh, jeez. First round playoff elimination, unfortunately. They've been too inconsistent. Like, they'll play really good and then they'll play really poopy. So it's just a matter of how they feel like showing up. I mean, like, they could show up, Paul George could drop 45 and then win by 20. Or they could show up, Paul George does bad, Westbrook does bad, and they suck. Or Westbrook could get a 20-20-20 and whatever. It's just they're so inconsistent that I don't see them making it far. If they play Golden State, that'll obviously be an intense series because of Durant and stuff, but I don't see them winning the series. And especially I don't think they'll beat Denver. I think Houston, maybe, if Harden chokes. And then who's the 4 seed? Portland. They could beat Portland if they had to play Portland. Because Portland, obviously, Oklahoma City swept them this season, and McCollum's had some injury problems, and then Nurkic, his leg went backwards, so they're not going to have him for a while. So that's going to hurt Portland big time. Portland, I see them getting eliminated first round again. I feel bad for Portland. Like, last year they got swept as a 3 seed, and then they were looking good again. Then Nurkic's leg decided to go backwards. I feel bad for Nurkic. He was on my fantasy team all year. He was good. Oh, I'm tanking in my fantasy league. The only 2 players, I'm trying to get the second draft pick because I can't get the first, so I'm going for the second, but I'm intentionally losing the 8th place game. I could have gotten 5th easily, but, I just decided to tank for next year. And the only 2 players I have in, I dropped, like, Steven Adams and, like, Paul George for Dirk and Andrew Bogut. So Dirk and Andrew Bogut are the only 2 guys I have in my fantasy roster right now. Since 2015. Did you watch Curry at Davidson at all, or just since he's been at Golden State? Just out of curiosity. Andrew Bogut is the GOAT. Yes, he is. Andrew Bogut is living greatness. He is the big Australian who, I mean, seriously, when they blew that 3-1 lead, it was game 5 and he gets hurt. And then they lose without him because he wasn't playing. So Andrew Bogut is the GOAT. That's a fact. Other than Steven Adams, of course. I mean, Steven Adams is pretty awesome too. So, yeah. Just Curry in the NBA. Yeah, no. He's had an all right career, I guess. I mean, he's just hit a lot of 3-pointers. Just set a few records. He's all right, I guess. Did I show these in my video about when I went to the Oklahoma City game? They handed out cards at the game. Is this right side up? Yeah. It's like based on that theme they have, But yeah, those are the cards. I haven't opened them up yet. I might play some quality cards tonight. I don't know, but you watch NFL? Somewhat. I watch more college than I watch NFL, but I know what's going on. Kind of, maybe. Depends on what you want to ask about. I mean, yeah. I watch the Cowboys more than anything. Like college, I can watch any game, but the NFL, it's not like I'll pick a random game. Like I won't watch the Packers versus the Rams. But I'd prefer college over NFL. So there's my explanation. The Patriots always win. They didn't win against the Eagles and backup quarterback Nick Foles. That's for sure. Nick Foles. Yeah. Patriots next year, they don't have Gronk. When is Brady going to retire? Yeah, I hate the Eagles too. Yeah, I don't like them, but we have to deal with them. Skip ad. Why is there an ad? Come on. All right. Anyways, Eagles, yeah, I don't like them. Patriots, when will Brady retire? He's like 41 now. I don't know when he's going to retire, but yeah, I don't know. Yes, Dallas Cowboys. Let me get a hat change. Yeah, Dallas Cowboys. Since we're talking about the Cowboys, or since we mentioned them. Oh, there's a caution. Got a caution. Let's see where Timmy Hill is real quick. Yeah. All right, Timmy in 15th, but he's a lap down, but he's still in 15th. Timmy Hill, the GOAT. Cowboys this year. How will they do? They'll win games. I don't know how many, but they'll win games. I need to look up their schedule. Lots of people must be lap. Yeah, according to this leaderboard, there are only 13 on the lead lap. I don't know how. Oh, Alex Labby is 37 laps down, and there's only been 45 laps. That's a rip, big fat rip. I don't know what the Cowboys schedule is this year. Let me look up the Cowboys schedule this year. All right, come on, load. All right, this is glitching out. It's gonna close out. 12-4, you say? I haven't seen their schedule yet. Dallas Cowboys schedule. They play the Patriots. It's probably an L, unless Tom Brady gets hurt. Here we go. Who's ready to hear about the schedule? I'm just saying, I got this hat last week. Not this one, but I got this hat last week. And ever since I got this hat, Hendrick Motorsports is 2 for 2 on sweeping front rows. And William Byron's averaging a grand qualifying segment of second ever since I've gotten this hat. So I'm not saying I'm Hendrick's good luck charm, but I've been to 6 of Jimmy Johnson's wins. And that's it. That's all the Hendrick wins I've been to. But okay, Cowboys schedule. If it would load, that would be nice. It's not loading. Come on. Of course, right while I do that, this web page was reloaded because a problem occurred. And now it's all zoomed out. All right. Home against the Giants. Okay, stop it. Home against the Giants, Philadelphia, Washington, Green Bay, Minnesota, Buffalo, Miami, and the Rams. I see them winning the 3 home games against division opponents. I see them beating Green Bay. I see them beating Minnesota, Buffalo, Miami. I see them losing to the Rams. So I think they win 7 of their 8 home games. I think they are very successful at home this year. Depending on who the Giants draft, I see him still beating the Giants on the road. I see him losing to Philadelphia. I see him beating Philadelphia. So that's for Washington. So 7-1, 7-2, 8-2, 9-2, 10-2, 10-3. I see him beating the Jets 10-2, 10-3. They lose to New England. They lose to Chicago 10-4. Why? Ugh, these stupid pop-up ads. Whatever. I saw Detroit and someone else. I see him beating Detroit, so like 11. We'll go with 11-5. Stupid. It was one of those pop-up ads that says like you've won a free gift card. That's stupid. I X'd out of it. I don't want to be hacked. That would suck. If I get hacked, that would definitely suck. But yeah, indeed. Oh, hey, we just got another subscriber. We are now 818 away before I can redo live streams on my iPod phone. Yeah, here's the Xfinity race. This is probably illegal, but, you know, what's up? Woohoo. All right. So we are 818 away from our grand goal of 1,000, which means that we can do live streams on my phone and all that stuff. But, yeah. So, what other questions do you guys have? Why is Yimmy Johnson so good? Talent, driving talent. He's broken point systems. They've changed it up like 3 times on him, and he's still won 7 championships. Talent, he's had a Hall of Fame crew chief with him as well, which helps. Some people say that's the only reason he's won championships. I think that's BS. I think he's got pure driving talent. I mean, he can freaking drive a car pretty dang good. He's got 83 wins. 83 wins does not come from a crew chief. I can tell you that right now. Because not all of his wins have been dominating speed or anything. He's had to drive the car, and he's had to drive it good to keep off people. We've seen him hold off people for the win, and we've seen him make late passes. He's just a heck of a driver. He's a talented driver. He's a 7-time champion, 83 career wins. I mean, it's just pure talent. There you go. All right, now you've seen it in typing. Seen it in typing. You've seen it in words. Yeah. The Cowboys. We've talked about the Cowboys. We talked about the NBA, the MVP, Rookie of the Year, playoffs. We talked about NASCAR a little bit. We talked about Yimmy Johnson, the GOAT, Timmy Hill. We've talked about the Xfinity race, the Cup race. Chase Elliott will win tomorrow. That would be 10 out of 10. I would love that. If you want like a full analysis on it, I made a video yesterday that you can go check out. It's literally going to be right under this live stream. But after this, you can go check that out. Bristol, I titled it Bristol Preview. Chase Elliott wins the pole to keep Hendrick hot, and Blaney looks for redemption. Looks redemption. That's terrible grammar. That's gonna have to change. But while I change that, we'll talk about Elliott, I guess, or Hendrick Motorsports. Hendrick has run well the past couple weeks. Elliott with a great run at Martinsville, leading 49 laps and eventually finishing second with maybe the best car at the end there. And then last week, getting the top 3 qualifying spots and also leading 60 with Johnson, 15 with Byron, 35 with Elliott. So over 100 laps as a team and getting a top 5 and two drivers in the top 10, one in the top 5. Elliott finishes 13. Yeah, look redemption. I know my grammar is poopy. All right. I changed it though. It now says Blaney looks for redemption. You're welcome. Hello, Anonymous. How are you doing today? Good? I hope good. But, yeah, Elliott obviously doing pretty solid the past few weeks, along with Hendrick Motorsports. I expect Jimmy Johnson to get up there, contend, or not, I don't know, contend, but contend for top 5, top 10. And Byron, I expect him to stay in the top 10 as well. At the beginning of the season, I said that he would make the playoffs. Byron, not on a win, but he would make the playoffs. My season preview was so weird. I had like Menard winning at Daytona, and I had Suarez winning Pocono, so they get in on wins. And then I had weird playoffs, but I remember I said Kurt Busch will not make the playoffs, and right now I'm just kicking myself for that one because he's looking pretty good right now. So it would take a complete collapse for him to not make the playoffs if he keeps running like this. Yeah, that was a big fail. I mean, obviously, I got predictions. I'm going to make predictions. That's why I have this channel, to make predictions and to analyze what people have done in the past and to look into the future. And what I saw was that the one team had struggled. Obviously, Kurt Busch is a better driver than Jamie McMurray, but that team had struggled. So I saw Kurt Busch doing better than Jamie McMurray for sure, but I didn't see him making the playoffs. I saw him just missing the cut. I think the Menard win would have knocked him out, because Menard, I think he would have been outside the top 16. Kurt Busch would have been in, and that win would have bumped Kurt Busch out. So that was just my analysis on it. And yeah, Elliott winning 2 or more races. I could see that as well. I don't remember. I think I said I had him winning 3 races, but he could for sure, as I said, live stream or I can't grammar. As I said, they've been running strong on the short track. So I think his first win will come on a short track, most likely. If they can continue to build up speed at these mile and a halves, these intermediate tracks, and these other standard tracks, and maybe if they can continue the road course success that they've had with the 4th place at Sonoma last year, the win at Watkins Glen, and then the top 10 at the Roval. If Elliott's team can keep that up, and then Hendrick, they had the fastest car at the end of the Roval until we all know what happened. But yeah, Jimmy will win a race this season. I believe that as well. My preseason prediction, I said that his first win would be at Dover, because he's run pretty well there. So if Jimmy can win at Dover and make that prediction come true, that would be awesome, and I would definitely be happy and talk about that for a while. So yeah, I've never done my live stream on the laptop. It has everything here. It has how many people are viewing, how many people have liked it, how long I've been streaming. Then it has all the chat. So this is awesome. I like doing it. I might do it on the computer for good now. I used to have it on my phone. I couldn't see the chat, so I'd have to pull it up on the iPad. But this is definitely interesting. I like this. So yeah, we'll keep talking here for a few more minutes. I don't know. We'll just keep talking. So keep asking me some questions. I'll answer your questions. It can be anything: NBA, NASCAR, NFL. Heck, if you want to throw a soccer question in there, I'll try. Baseball, I'll try. Just looking around my room here. I don't know. There's nothing really, that I could, yeah. That'll be, we'll make a video for what's over there later. Just some collectible stuff. Oh no, the Xfinity race is freezing. Oh, poopies. Ah, there it is. All right. Who's going to be in the Super Bowl? The Chiefs and the Saints. The Saints get redemption from last year and beat the Chiefs in the Super Bowl. So yeah, Kyle Busch ruins lower series. I have mixed emotions on that. I like to see, because it's like, obviously when the lower series guys beat Kyle Busch, that's more for them. It makes them look better. But at the same time, if Busch just dominates them, it kind of ruins their days and ruins their points. So I think they should just not let Cup guys run in there, unless it's like if it's a top guy like Kyle Busch. I don't think they should let him run in there, but they should let guys like, lower guys like Ross Chastain. They should let him run in there if he runs Xfinity in the points, but he still runs a Cup car. Like, that's okay. I think it should be for Xfinity points paying drivers only, and Truck Series points paying guys only. So yeah, that's my take on it. Obviously, I'm not a rules expert. I can't make the rules, but that's just my opinion. I think that they should get rid of Cup drivers and Cup points drivers in the Xfinity Series. Don't get me wrong, Kyle Busch is talented. He can drive the heck out of a race car. I'm impressed with what he's done with his career for 203 wins or whatever, but I just think it's time to make a change. Nice. Oh, yeah. MLB 18 Road to the Show as Babe Ruth. Oh. How old is this game? Or how far back do they go? The beginning of the MLB? I mean, hey, what the heck? The Rangers are actually not doing bad. I'm a Rangers fan, for those of you who don't know. And they're actually not doing bad. They're actually winning games. Oh, I don't know how many games they've won, but they're winning games. In season 2, I won the World Series as a Blue. Oh, I don't like the Blue Jays. Looking for a new hat. Hold on. Oh, come on, new hat. We're gonna go over here. Let's see what's over here. What's this? This was my first Chase Elliott hat that I ever got. It was at the 2016 Spring Texas race. I still was up in the air on who I was going to choose as my new driver. I was going to choose between Chase Elliott or Jimmy Johnson for my new driver. And I'd watched Elliott race those first few races. I was impressed. And I got this hat. I was like, I'm going to be an Elliott fan. So I chose Elliott. And then he ended up getting his first career top 5. I was at Chase Elliott's first career top 5 in 2016, my bad. Okay, so you got the 24 on the back, Napa on the front. I like the style of the hat. It fit me, so I got it. I like this hat. And then this one started to get dirty. I started to wear it a lot, and the white got really dirty, so I got an all blue one back there. It's right. No, okay. There, right there. And then once he did the 9, I didn't want a new Napa. I wanted something else. So I literally got a bunch of papers. I cut them up into Mountain Dew, Kelly Blue Book, Hooters, and Sun Energy 1. I picked out of the hat, and I got Sun Energy 1. I got the Sun Energy 1 hat, and then 2 months later, or a few months later, Chase Elliott wins his first career race in a Sun Energy 1 car. So pretty interesting stuff. Now in season 3, I'm on Pittsburgh Pirates. I've hit 83 home runs. That's a lot of home runs. Jeez. Hello, Dominic's Trains and Movies 2004. How are you doing? Welcome to the live stream. How's it going? Allgaier's leading. My pick for the Xfinity race. Leading. You were 1 short of 100. Okay, for some reason, this bothers me. The number 9, like, if you're at 9 points, it's like, oh, if you could have gotten 1 more, you could have been at 10, double digits. It's like, if you're at, I don't know, but when you're at 9 of something, it bothers me. Like 29 points, 39 views. I don't know. It just bothers me. It's really weird. It's weird. Favorite year as a NASCAR fan? 2014, no question about it. I started off as a NASCAR fan in 2010 as a Jeff Gordon fan, and I continued on because I got a shirt that was a Jeff Gordon shirt. I started getting into NASCAR, and so yeah, I became a Jeff Gordon fan, and 2014 was his best year that I was a NASCAR fan. He won 4 races that year. He was the favorite for the championship. He should have won the championship. I was at the race where he and Keselowski got in that fight, and I was so mad. I punched the metal pole next to me and got a giant scrape on my knuckle, but it was very frustrating. But the whole year in general was a very fun year for me to watch. Watching Gordon run up front, lead laps, and win races was very fun to watch. So 2014 was my favorite year as a NASCAR fan. Last year, if it wasn't for the first half of the year of Elliott not doing well, I would have said maybe 2018, but just because of how poorly he ran the first half of the year, he kind of ruined that. But the back half of the year was very fun to watch as well. Seeing Elliott run up front, contend for wins, and end up winning 3 races. And then another fun year, Huh. 2011 was a fun year as well. Gordon won some races. He won Atlanta, Phoenix, and Pocono. 2012, he won a rain-shortened race. That was a fun one to watch because everyone wrecked each other, and he ended up taking the lead out of that. And then he ended up also winning at Homestead after he intentionally wrecked Boyer. 2013, I remember he was in the points contention after he won Martinsville. He won Martinsville, and he was still in contention by points to get. He was like 40 points behind the leader by Martinsville after he won, but then he crashed at Texas, which sucked. But yeah, the best I've seen Jeff Gordon run in person, he finished third at Pocono in 2015. I made a video on that, but I've never seen him win in person, which I really wish I had. That would have been awesome. I started being a NASCAR fan in 2009 and 2015. It's my favorite season because Kyle Busch won. Yeah, that's a big deal when someone like your favorite team, your favorite driver wins a championship. You're just so excited. You get to see it happen. Like all the championships that my teams have had, UT football 2006, so I don't remember that very well. Jeff Gordon, all 4 of his championships, didn't get to see those. Rangers, they were so close. Don't even get me started. Oklahoma City, they were too young. But yeah, Kyle Busch winning is obviously a big deal. I bet you're so happy for that. But obviously, the first quarter of the season or so sucked because of his injury. But he ended up rallying back, winning a championship. Yeah. 2018 last year. Back half specifically, second half of the year. First half was kind of poopy. They just couldn't find speed in those cars. His best finish was second at Richmond. I think that's about it. But it was a bit of a struggle for that team for sure. And but they've carried on. They've done better this year. They've been in a bit of a struggle, but they've picked up the speed, gotten better results quicker than they did last year, which I think says something about that team and that organization. They saw it could end up being like last year, or it could be like last year, but we need to pick up the pace and find our speed earlier than we did last year. I've only been to one race in person. It was when Martin Truex Jr. won Charlotte in 2017. Yeah, Elliott finished second in that race. The fall race, that was a pretty solid race if I remember. I think it was 17 or 16. One of the Charlotte fall races was a really good race. Yeah, I have a list of winners I've been to for the races. I've been to a lot of races in my lifetime. Fortunately, it's a blessing. I need to find the list real quick. NASCAR races I've been to winners. 2010 Fall of Texas, Denny Hamlin. Fall of Texas 2011, Tony Stewart. Nationwide Series 2012 Spring, Ricky Stenhouse Jr. Charlotte Motor Speedway 2012 Fall, Clint Boyer. 2012 Fall, Jimmy Johnson at Texas. 2013 Fall, Jimmy Johnson, Texas. 2014 Fall, Jimmy Johnson, Texas. 2015 Fall, Jimmy Johnson, Texas. 2015 August, Matt Kenseth. 2015 Fall, Jimmy Johnson. I'm sorry, one of them was 2015 Spring, Jimmy Johnson. 2016 Spring, Kyle Busch. 2016 Watkins Glen, Denny Hamlin. 2016 Fall, Texas, Carl Edwards. I was at Carl Edwards' last career win. I was there. It may have been a rain-shortened race, but it was still his last career win. So I was there for that. 2017 Spring, Jimmy Johnson. 2017 Fall, Kevin Harvick. 2018 Spring, Kyle Busch. 2018 Fall, Kevin Harvick. So that's the NASCAR races I've been to. I plan to go on more. I don't know when, but I do plan on going to more NASCAR races. So there you go. You're going to that's awesome. You're going to the first ever finale at ISM. That's cool. You get to go to the inaugural series finale or season finale at ISM. That's really cool. That's going to be awesome. I bet that place is going to be packed. It's going to be so pumped up. They're going to go all out for that race. The organization, ISM. That's gonna be a fun race, I bet, to be at. So that's awesome. You're gonna have a good time. That'll be fun. I'm excited for ISM. That's a big opportunity for them to be the last race of the season. All right. We're gonna go for another 10 minutes. 10 minutes. So until 1:03, because I'm at 50 minutes exactly on my stream now. So we're gonna go just a flat hour. Least favorite drivers. It used to be Brad Keselowski because I was immature and I hated him for Texas. For like 2 weeks till the end of the 2017 season, it was Denny Hamlin. But I really don't hate okay, there's a couple drivers I don't like right now. Austin Dillon, I don't like him. He can be a little bit of a brat sometimes. Kevin Harvick, he's a bit of a turd sometimes. So I'd say those are probably my two least favorite, Kevin Harvick and Austin Dillon. So yeah, I mean, don't get me wrong, I think they're good drivers. Harvick's a past champion. Dillon's an Xfinity champion, I think. He's won races, so I think they've got driving talent, but I just don't like them. They just, outside of the track, I don't like them. They're just kind of mean, which I don't like. Denny Hamlin, like, I just hated him for his driving incident. I think he's a good person with good intentions. Kyle Busch, he can be a bit of a turd sometimes. Joey Logano, he's a nice guy, and then Keselowski's a nice guy, and I've actually grown to like Keselowski. He's a funny, good person. He's just an all around good guy, so I've really grown to like Keselowski more as time goes on. So yeah, I respect all drivers, but I just don't like Dillon and Harvick. Same, yeah. I got over it by the end of the 2017 season. I was at the race the week after, and they were side by side. I was like, "Wreck him, Chase! Wreck him, Chase!" That would have been awesome. I got my phone out. I was filming it. I was like, "Come on, do it! Wreck him! Wreck him!" But he didn't. Stenhouse, sometimes he's a really nice guy, but when he gets accused of something, he gets very defensive, and he can be a little bit of a jerk face. Ron Hornaday, rip Ron Hornaday, 2011. Kyle Busch just oofed him. He said, oof. Yeah. But man, it's been a solid live stream today, I'd say. So thank you guys. You guys are asking really good questions today. From my least favorite drivers to what's your favorite season, who's going to win the NBA MVP. I mean, you guys have really been asking some solid questions that I've had to go in depth of and had to really think about. So that's good. I like it. I always like it when I get good questions like that. So thank you guys for being awesome subscribers and awesome question askers and viewers. So that's awesome. Thank you. Got another 7 minutes here. What are you eating for dinner? I honestly don't know. No clue. No clue whatsoever. It'll be determined later. My clock is fast. I'm trying to think how fast it is. I think it's like 12 minutes. So it's like 12:56 right now. Yeah, 12:56. So yeah, I don't know. To be determined. TBD. Tacos? What kind of tacos? Like Taco Bell tacos or like good? Okay, Taco Bell tacos are good, but yeah. Oh, I'm in Central Time, so it's 12:56 here in Central Time Zone. Taco Bell, those Dorito tacos, they're probably so unhealthy, but man, they're some dang good tacos. If you could pick who wins the Cup champion, like from what perspective? Like from an analyst perspective, like unbiased, or like like who I think will win or who I want to win? Because that's a big difference. Because if it's who I want to win, I'd say Elliott wins this year, Blaney wins next year, and then Johnson wins his 8th in 3 years. I love Truex. Truex is probably my second or third favorite driver because I met him. He's a nice guy. I made a video on how I met Truex, but that's how I would pick it if it was for one. And then from an analyst perspective, this year I already made my preseason pick, and I'm going to stick with it, and he's been hot, Keselowski. Next year, 2020, we'll go with him, Kai, Mart, 2, 3. Who's the 4? Who's the 5? Who's this? Go with the dark horse. We'll go with Bowyer in 2020, and then 2021, go with Kyle Busch. Want Elliott, Blaney, Johnson. If I had to pick 3 different. Perfect world, Chase would win every championship, but if we're being one for each year, Chase this year, Blaney next year, Johnson gets his 8th in 3 years, walks out a champion, 8-time champion. I think that if Johnson wins his 8th championship, he'll be on that stage and he'll say, "I'm retiring. I'm walking out as an 8-time champ." I really do think if Johnson wins his 8th championship, he'll call it quits right there. That's a heck of a way to go out. To become the most championship driver in NASCAR and then just saying, "Hey, peace." Chase, Johnson, Harvick. Not Harvick. No, not Harvick. But that's what you want. So I understand everyone has their opinions and stuff, but yeah. Yeah, I think Harvick would be a good. I've heard some of his commentating. He does pretty solid at that. I want to do that like one time. I want to like live stream like me calling the race or something because that's something I want to do. So I might do that for one of the races in the summer or something. But yeehaw, yeehaw, yeehaw. Got another 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Woo! This has been a fun live stream. I don't understand why people like Chase Elliott, they're other young drivers with better personality. What do you mean? Whoever wins stage 2 tomorrow, I don't know what that means, but if you want me to pick stage 2 on my fantasy lineup, I went random. I picked Suarez. Elliott's just quiet. Like, he's not like one of those guys who's like go out there and talk a lot. Like, he's not like a Bowyer. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Bowyer's personality, but he's not like a Clint Bowyer. He's not a guy that goes out, talks a lot, makes a lot of jokes. He's just kind of a straight up, hey, we'll talk about the day. And if you want to ask me some more questions, I'll take them. Same with Blaney. Blaney's kind of he's like both personalities, you know. He'll go on his podcast, he'll make jokes, he'll be loud, he'll have fun. But then like when he's getting interviewed, he seems like just a quiet, kind of chill guy. But he definitely does have both sides of it. And then like when Elliott went on the podcast with Blaney, he was still pretty quiet and reserved, but he still had fun with it. He wasn't like completely restraining himself. He talked about it, had fun with it, but he still seemed quiet, you know. Eric Estep might be the most underrated YouTuber of all time. That guy knows what he's talking about. He makes some really good videos. He deserves every single subscriber he has. All 86,000 of them. He's a great guy. Great YouTuber. Shout out to you, Eric Estep. Speaking of his channel, I mean, that was really cool. If you didn't watch, look, I like advertising my own channel, obviously, but if you did not watch his NASCAR Hot Pass experiences from this weekend, you need to go watch that. That is something that was very interesting. You got to meet some drivers. He was right there on pit road during the race. That was really cool. So yeah. Also, yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. Chase Elliott will lead the most laps tomorrow and win a stage. That'd be nice with a race win, but we're gonna wrap this up here. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you to all of you who watched and asked questions. That is awesome. You guys are the best. Thank you so much for A, watching, B, asking amazing questions, and being awesome subscribers. I love you all. You guys are awesome. So thank you for watching this. We're going to wrap this up. Yeah. You guys are awesome. Timmy Hale's the GOAT.